Hai, welcome to Kremes Podcast.
Podcast yang paling receh and garing, but maybe informative too, depending on the day.
I'm T.
And I'm A,
Semoga podcast ini bisa nemenin lo.
and hope you enjoy the episode.
Hey guys, welcome back to Kremes, your go-to podcast for all things Australia, Indonesia, and culture and content and A and T. Today's episode, we're going back to the good old Kremes table where we basically we as a couple of foodies talk about food, and today we're going to talk about all things fried rice. Now, fried rice is amazing. It literally is just what it's called. It's rice that's fried. Because I literally googled this to just get, I guess, like a.
Did you Google what fried rice?
I googled what fried rice. Okay, I Google what fried rice is for the good people who may want to actually get the full-on definition of what it is. Fried rice is a dish of cooked rice that has been stir-fried in a wok or a frying pan, and is usually mixed with other ingredients such as eggs, vegetables, seafood, or meat. It is often eaten by itself or as an accompaniment to another dish. Now, we Asians love fried rice because obviously rice is our staple food, and the fact that we can just ongseng or literally combine like meats and vegetables with our favorite staple that is rice is like mind-blowing. It's literally a complete meal all in one go. It's amazing. It is breakfast of champions.
Yeah, and I think we didn't realize, karena kita suka banget sama nasi goreng kan, jadi kayak we didn't realize that there is a lot of type of fried rice.
Yes.
Gak nyangka juga bahwa setiap country bisa punya their own fried rice.
Exactly.
I guess not every single country, but every time we see someone from Australia and everything, they're like, oh yeah, I've tried Indonesian food, it's nasi goreng, we're like, did you try nasi goreng or did you try nasi goreng? Like, which one did you try, right?
Yeah.
Jadi kayak kita bakal bahas dikit karena udah lama kita nggak bikin Kremes table. This is also a good thing to talk about our cravings before we eat them. Jadi kita bakal ngebahas sedikit tentang nasi goreng dari berbagai negara, mostly Asian countries. So dari Indonesia, terus nasi gorengnya mungkin Jepang gimana, nasi gorengnya Korea gimana, nasi goreng Chinese juga beda lagi. And we're just gonna try to see what the differences is. And T did a lot of research on this because she was really, really hungry. I'm just here to learn. I'm here to learn what is the difference between all those beautiful fried rices, and maybe I can make it myself.
Yes.
But so I will be asking questions to you, T, because I just want to know, because like fried rice is like the easiest breakfast meal, and we usually eat it in breakfast in Indo, but it could also be a meal on its own.
Exactly.
But kita nggak ngomongin tentang, of course kita nggak ngomongin tentang that UK chef.
Oh yes.
Who wash the rice after it's cooked or something.
No, something like that.
Yeah,
yes.
we're not talking about that.
Talk
Okay.
about that.
Uncle Roger already talked about that, and he is like above everything. So you can just watch Uncle Roger on YouTube for that. But yeah, T, we'll talk about the Indonesian nasi goreng first.
Let's start with nasgor, aka nasi goreng first, because I think, to your point, when you said you eat it for breakfast, that is a common thing with me. But I think, let's just say amongst, the Westerners and non-Indonesians or even non-Asians who are more, looking at nasi goreng as an actual lunch dish or accompaniment. Yeah, it's an interesting mindset, hey, but I'm sure you can tell me what Indonesian fried rice is all about.
Okay, yang gue tahu ya, nasi goreng Indonesia itu di compare sama nasi goreng tempat lain itu, dia lebih manis.
Yes.
That's what I noticed. Karena kita pakai kecap manis. Aku pernah banget dong, gue lupa kalau misalnya kita tuh ngomong kecap itu kecap kan.
Yeah.
So I said, oh yeah, I eat rice with ketchup. Terus mereka kayak, huh? Terus mereka kira gue tuh makan sama kayak tomato sauce. Cause ketchup sauce. But no, I was talking about ketchup.
But like, this is a random tangent question though.
Exactly.
But is like ketchup a derivative of the English ketchup? Is that why it's called
apparently
ketchup?
It was back then. So it was because back then ketchup was apparently like referred to as sauces. Like it wasn't so much of like the tomato sauce. It's just sauce.
That's why some people call
That's
it
why it's like
tomato
ketchup.
ketchup.
Yeah.
Like ketchup is a sauce.
It's
not,
a sauce.
not exactly tomato.
So that's why we call it ketchup manis and ketchup asin, because like sauce asin and sauce manis, I guess.
Okay.
I googled it once.
Yeah.
But yeah.
interesting. Anyway, blows my mind. Keep going.
Anyway, so nasi goreng yang gua tahu itu kalau misalnya di Indo, pokoknya kita pasti punya telur ceplok ya. Telurnya itu harus mata sapi ya, karena sunny side up. Yeah, because if not it will be a bit I don't know. It's just not nasi goreng.
It's incomplete.
Ya, terus ada kerupuknya.
Yeah.
Terus biasa bisa juga paling suka gue nasi goreng tuh nasi goreng kampung, karena dia tuh ada kayak ayamnya atau enggak. I really this is actually an very funny moment because I really eat nasi goreng. Antara nasi goreng gak ada apa-apanya atau nasi goreng pakai ayam. Jarang banget gue makan nasi goreng pakai sapi. Kayak like beef nasi goreng. I don't think I ever tried it. Maybe not in Indonesian nasi goreng. Maybe in like other nasi goreng.
I can't even imagine how the beef would be like portioned. Is it like pulled beef or is it like, you know?
Yeah,
anyway,
I know right, but jadi nasi gorengnya itu biasa nasi, kecap manis, telur,
and for those of you sambal,
chicken, terus biasanya cabai rawit bro.
That's true.
Bukan sambal doang, tapi pakai cabai rawit. Terus ya pasti ada, of course ada bawangnya, ada garlicnya, bawang gorengnya, timunnya. Timun itu di sebelahnya gitu kan. Kayak kerupuk gitu di sebelahnya.
That's how you formally present it.
Bener. Terus di atasnya itu kasih bawang goreng kan yang kriuk-kriuk gitu.
Atau kremes. Kremesan. But yes, that is the signature nasi goreng. It must be served with a sunny side up egg on top because it is traditionally a breakfast dish and eggs for breakfast. And the thinly sliced diagonal portions of cucumber must be kind of fanned out on the side. So it's like, yes, some people also serve it with like slices of tomato, but you do.
Yeah, tomato.
Anyway, it's brown in shade, like I call it a caramelized shade, and that's when you know it's more nasi goreng ala Indonesia.
Dan ini pas banget untuk nge-combine sama nge-compare sama Chinese fried rice. Yang gue tahu Chinese fried rice itu lebih ke arah asin. Like even the menu kalau misalnya kalian ke Chinese restaurant, mereka biasanya tuh pakai salted fish fried. They call it salted fish fried rice. Jadi kayak pakai ikan asin. Terus biasanya kalau Chinese either chicken or seafood ish.
Yes.
Yeah, like
again,
salted fish, rarely beef.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of more like salty compared to sweet.
Yes.
And then it definitely have a slightly more lebih muda ya warna coklatnya, itu lebih kayak orange coklat gitu. Dan biasanya mereka ada peas ya. Mereka kayak kasih kacang polong.
Yeah, here's the thing with peas.
Kasih jagung gitu.
Yeah, I think that's more Chinese. But then again, I mean, I rarely see peas in Indonesian nasi goreng.
Yes, benar.
I think you're right. And like sometimes the telur is usually antara emang mereka telurnya udah dimasuk gimana, how do you describe it, but like
telurnya tuh nggak mata sapi tapi udah kayak diongseng di dalamnya gitu kan. Telur dadar yang dimasukin udah, jadi kan bedanya gini ya, kalau yang gue tahu ya nasi goreng Indo tuh you cook the rice first, terus kayak masukin ayam segala macam, terus lu aduk-aduk, terus kayak taruh di atas piring, baru lu masak telur taruh di atasnya, gitu kan. Kalau Chinese nasi goreng beda, lu masak dulu telurnya, diongseng-ongseng sampai udah kayak and then you make a circle in the middle of it, itu baru lu masukin nasi di middle of it gitu, terus masuk semua sausesnya, terus semuanya diaduk jadi satu.
So it's kind of like bits of egg. Like it's not even like an omelette. It's like it's not even like the egg and the rice are separate. It's more like the rice is incorporated into the egg mixture. Gitu. But I guess those are different like areas of.
Jadi kayak eggnya udah lumayan matang terus baru disemblungin nasinya.
True. And sometimes they have carrots as well. Oh no, they add itu apa namanya, lapchong, the Chinese sausage. The Chinese pork sausage thing.
Yeah,
which is also very good but very bad for you. Moving on to the Asian archipelago. I mean, I'm gonna touch on this, but very briefly because my knowledge of it is very little. The Malaysian style fried rice, which is not too different, I believe, from Indonesian fried rice. Pretty much the same. I know a couple of my Malaysian friends call it nasi goreng kampung.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like because for us it's like we have our own interpretation of what nasi goreng kampung means, and what A said earlier, it's usually with chicken, whereas Malaysians call it nasi goreng kampung, and that might be separate things as well, but usually it's roughly the same. rice, the ongseng,
Apparently,
keropok, timun, egg.
what if you googled it,
Yeah.
if you googled the recipe of it,
Yeah.
they might add on a little bit of apa namanya, a little bit of coconut, like kayak santan gitu.
Oh,
Apparently,
interesting.
because the one that I found was like, it says rice, fresh coconut, sesame oil, ginger, and like some corn. So
I
like
think it really
could be-
depends. It really depends on like I guess your taste and how
Benar
you
banget.
interpret it.
Yeah.
But I think also even like some of my Malaysian friends, they eat it with anchovies, which is like the asin, or they eat it with kangkung.
Benar.
Water spinach. That's the English one. Kangkung.
Really, kangkung is what
Water spinach. Yes. Anyways, so that's any of our Malaysian listeners, feel free to pipe up and tell
Yeah,
us
let us know.
or
what
anyone
you-
else.
Yeah,
Tell us
what's
how
your-
you cook
Benar.
your nasi goreng.
And what's so special about it? Because we really love to
Yes.
know why it's so special and
Yes.
why like I want to try it.
Exactly.
For sure.
Moving on, because there's so much fried rice to even
Yeah.
talk about. I'm so excited.
Moving
so
on.
I guess Malaysians and Indonesians call it nasi goreng. Chinese call it how do you know? Fan, whatever.
Fan.
I don't know the intonation. Please don't at me. All our Chinese speakers like she just basically ruined that.
She butchered.
Butchered that. Moving on to Thailand.
Yes.
AKA my favorite kind of fried rice,
Ooh.
the Thai pineapple fried rice. And again,
Yeah.
apologies to all the Thai listeners for butchering this. Khao Pat Saparod, or however you pronounce it. Anyways, pineapple fried rice, super fancy because
Oh,
they
yes.
cook it with obviously pineapples and then with prawns, and then they serve it traditionally in a pineapple.
Yes.
So it looks super bougie. It looks very fancy. It is more to the asam side because
Yeah, but
it's
not-
served with usually lime or lemon for you
Yeah.
to drizzle. Other things that's different aside from obviously the prawns and the pineapple, they add cashews
Oh yes.
for a
that's
bit of
true.
that element of crunch. The chili is pretty much still there. I mean, obviously the rice is still there. No keropok, so I guess the crunchy factor comes from the cashews, but
Yeah.
it's amazing. Pineapple fried rice,
Oh yes.
so good.
It's quite interesting how the Thai is more seafoody as well, right?
Yes,
Like, I know
yes.
that ini kita ngomong, of course ya, semua makanan pasti kita bisa ubah proteinnya untuk anything else, but this
Yeah.
is more like a traditionally that's what
Yeah.
they cook it with gitu.
Yeah.
Dan yang I guess also interesting, I don't know, I can still taste a little bit of the sour of the tom yum a little bit, but like there's nothing tom yum in it. It's just that because all the collection of the herbs is more
True.
like Thai herbs. I
True.
think. You
I
can
know
kind
some of my friends, they do cook it with a little bit of coconut cream.
Oh, nice.
Like what you said with your recipe with the Malaysian one. So again, it really depends on like, I guess your personal preference or
Yeah,
like, what
definitely.
recipe you're going for.
Yeah.
But I think in general, it's meant to be pineapple. Like
Yes.
pineapple is the key element that makes it very
Yes.
very much Thai.
So good.
But shout out to all the Thai people who basically call that dish their staple. That's great.
Well, at the same time, tadi kita ngomongin tentang telur Indo sama telur Chinese untuk dibeda-bedain cara masaknya kan.
Yes.
Yang another place that might be a bit different on the way they cook their fried rice is Korea. Because you can call it bokkeumbap. Bokkeumbap. Well, that's what I
Everything
think. That's
sounds
how
so
I think
cute
you
in
read it.
Korean.
I know, it's so cute. And they're like really, really famous about their kimchi fried rice, of course, because they have the amazing garnish that goes with everything. It's called
you can put
kimchi.
kimchi in
You can put it in
everything, yeah.
soup, you can put it in fried rice and stuff like that. But I think the one thing that I was so interesting about fried rice is in Korea is that they usually serve it after meals.
Yeah.
Instead of part of the meals. Like they serve it after you finish something. So
Yeah.
I have it served after I finish K-barbecue.
Yeah.
They put it on top of it, mix
Yeah.
it with the barbecue itself, make it
Yeah.
a fried rice.
Yeah.
They can put it on top of soup. So I have like the hot pot version of Korea when I was there.
Yeah.
And then when the water is just like in the middle, like almost gone, they put the rice in and they mix it up and that become the fried rice.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not necessarily have any soy sauce element to it. Yang gue tahu kayak nggak harus banget pakai kecap gitu, kecap manis atau
Yeah.
kecap asin, tapi dia langsung tuangin aja gitu. Kayak kemarin mau makan army stew kan,
Yeah.
terus kayak tinggal dikit lagi supnya tuh they give us rice after to dump it in to mix it up, and then that becomes your fried rice.
Nice.
Tapi kalau misalnya menurut gue yang udah fried rice tersendiri, jadi
Yeah.
kan misalnya mereka banyak juga fried rice pakai jjajangmyeon sauce,
Yeah.
which is like the
Yeah.
black noodle sauce,
Yes.
and then the jampong, which is like the seafood stew that they have.
Right.
Fried rice-nya sih lebih kelihatan mirip kayak Chinese fried rice ya, not gonna lie. Kayak lebih muda warnanya dan lebih ke asin, ada kayak cornnya, ada tetap peas-nya gitu. Cuman sausnya di pinggirnya tuh beda.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think another, on that same flavor, I'm so hungry right now. And the same scope of, presenting egg with rice, because it is it's actually a really great combination. It's such a common combination as
Benar
well.
banget.
And so many people do it differently, right? Japan.
Mm.
Oh, amazing place for amazing food.
Yes.
But the moment you hear Japan, egg and rice together, like I'm sure you would know omurice. And
Yes.
that whole arms are like spreading our arm to a rainbow, and then out of the rainbow
Is that
omurice.
SpongeBob apa? SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
imaginary
Yeah, that meme. Imagination. I'm literally imagining omurice right now. Omurice is a go-to, and it's become one of those trending foods ever since like BuzzFeed Tasty tried to replicate so basically it's a thing where it's like you begin the rice first, right, and then you begin the omelette, but you gotta cook the omelette in a specific way, almost like French omelette style, where it's like somehow luarnya is like hard, and obviously it's cooked, tapi dalamnya masih gooey.
Oh yeah.
Jadi, so that when you fold the omelette, the outside bits become obviously solid. Then you literally scoop the folded omelette on top of the rice, but you have to serve it in like an oval shape, and then you literally just cut through vertically the omelette, and then it kind of folds out like a really nice thick blanket, and then all the gooey but still somehow cooked egg kind of just pours over like a nice molten lava that covers the rice too. So it's a really nice, I guess, like presentation as well.
Yeah.
But it's very like standard meal across the Japanese. So that's omurice. I know that there's another kind of Japanese fried rice dish called chahan or yakimeshi.
Okay.
And then that's more of like just your typical like fried rice Japanese style. Not with the omelette on top though. I think that the egg is kind of inside it. But one thing I wanted to mention, it's I guess standard stuff. They do include sometimes the char siu, which is kind of like Chinese influence, but lots of spring
That's
onions,
interesting.
lots of different vegetables, and I think the great thing about fried rice is that it's usually like a really handy dish to cook because you use rice that was like left over.
Benar.
It's rice that was probably cooked the day before for a different dish, and then you use leftover rice plus leftover anything ingredients in your pantry, just jumble it up and cook it together. So I think that's sort of like very much similar to like chahan or nasgor gitu kan.
benar.
But I know sometimes, well, the way I eat rice that's more Japanese style is they got these rice seasoning. Do you know the rice seasoning things? I don't really remember.
Furikare.
Yes, furikare, and they come in all different flavors. So my favorite is the bonito furikake because it's got the little fish flakes.
Yeah.
But you can literally even take like plain white rice, put that seasoning on top,
make it a
and it's a
ball.
complete meal. It's like so good. But
I
anyways,
agree.
so I understand that fried rice. The moment you hear nasi goreng, you think more to the Asian side of things. And while that's true, there's definitely a lot of fried rice that is non-Asian.
Oh really?
Things like paella, for example.
Oh,
So everyone's very familiar with It's apparently pronounced paella. You don't pronounce the
Paella.
L apparently. Like Camila Cabello. Like if it's
that
two,
makes sense.
if it's two L's, it's like a Y sound, not an L. I don't know. Then again, Camila Cabello is not Spanish. I don't know. Anyways, paella is a Spanish fried rice, and a lot of people, you've probably seen it in farmers markets or like on YouTube or whatever. It's cooked in huge saucepans, and it's meant to be kind of like, again, the presentation for sure, but you cook it in huge batches, using more seafood like the Thai. and it's more into the whole savory flavor,
Yeah.
less than the sweet
Unless
flavor.
you go to Nando's, it will be with chicken.
Yes, true. But traditionally, it's a
Yeah.
seafood paella
Yeah.
with prawns, mussels, maybe even clams as well. Anything that you can find off the Spanish coast, because obviously
You
Spain.
know what I really like about
Yeah.
paella is the capsicum. They put
Yeah,
capsicum
they
in
put
the
capsicum in
fried
it.
rice instead.
While Indo nasgor lebih coklat dan Chinese nasgor lebih keputihan, paella lebih kemerahan karena mereka pakai perasa dari tomat banyak kan. They have used a tomato base or they use a
Right.
capsicum base.
Yeah.
They throw in tons and tons of coriander.
So it's like yellowish.
Exactly.
Reddish.
Yellowish, reddish. They also use chorizo, which is the Spanish pork sausage, instead of the lapchong, which is the Chinese pork sausage. So it's really interesting that variety. And then the only other, I guess, fried rice that's non-Asian that I personally know of is a Peruvian fried rice, which maybe not a lot of people know, but it's arroz chaufa de pollo or pollo. And that's basically...
That's chicken, right?
Yes.
Pollo.
It's basically Peruvian fried rice with chicken. So again, a lot more people eat fried rice with chicken or seafood. And it's interesting how arroz chaufa de pollo, chaufa sounds like cao fan, like cao fan from Chinese. So it's interesting how there's that fusion of culture. But now that you mentioned it, like I don't think I've even had fried rice with beef.
Yeah, unless someone else order it in a Thai restaurant that just want beef instead of the chicken.
I know a lot of
But then
restaurants
I
now
wouldn't-
have that option.
I
Right? They
wouldn't
have like
go for
seafood
it.
fried rice, chicken fried rice, beef
It
fried
just
rice.
feels weird to have beef on, like beef goes well with kway teow.
Yeah,
Beef
true.
kway teow, oh, char kway teow, mwah.
Yeah.
But this, like I don't know, I feel a bit weird about it. Pakai sate pun sate ayam, chicken, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like a traditional thing that we
Aku
just
pengen
used to.
nanya. Okay, this might be in the episode or might be not. Maybe on our take. Can I say risotto is Italian fried rice?
Do you technically fry it though, or do
I
you?
don't know.
Cook
I
it.
think I feel like you fry it. If you watch Hell's Kitchen, it's on the pan. It's being fried. It's being
Yes.
tossed
Yes.
like as if it's in the wok.
True.
So guys, the question for you all.
Yes, is
Is risotto
a fried rice.
a fried rice?
True.
We might get so much hate from it.
But it could technically be because
Yeah.
karena kan kayak similarly to paella, it is cooked in a pot, and paella juga kayak seperti nasi yang lebih basah. Kalau kita punya nasgor kan lebih kekeringan kan, whereas paella lebih kebasahan karena kalian bisa lihat pas di wok or the pan,
Exactly.
you can see the liquids like boiling away gitu.
Yeah.
So technically, does that make risotto fried rice too?
Exactly. You
I
never
don't know. Lots to think about, but as obviously, aside from all the meat we've been discussing, there's tons of vegetarian fried rice options.
Yeah, you can always
I
make
mean,
it
I
vegetarian.
honestly love nasgor pakai sayur doang.
Nggak pakai itu ya?
Yeah,
Bener
because
banget.
I mean, if you guys can eat egg, then that's fine. I mean, but also it could be vegan
Yeah.
if you don't
It is
wanna,
pan
if you
fry.
wanna opt out the egg.
Yeah.
One
sorry.
more thing though, one more fried rice because we can't stop talking about fried rice. Jollof, which is
What's
very
jollof?
famous African style fried rice.
Ooh,
And honestly, like
nice.
this is literally my petition. We need more African restaurants.
In Perth, yeah.
In
I know there's
Perth.
only one in Mirabuka
Yeah.
that was really good, but I
Right.
noticed that they're more sour because they're like a lot of
It is
yeast.
yes. So jollof rice is a popular dish in like West and Sub-Saharan Africa. Typically made with kind of like more long grain rice, tomatoes again, like more of the like in paella, tomatoes, onions, spices, vegetables, and usually meat. But it's again all in a single pot and diongseng.
Ooh,
So the
nice.
warnanya lebih kayak ke coklat merah, kind of like a dark orangey color. But again, very savory taste, less sweet. So
Nice.
that's a popular dish as well, jollof. And it's also magically on the drier side compared to the wet
Yeah.
Spanish Italian side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
So jollof, definitely
Yeah.
check that one out.
Well, if you guys haven't got much recommendation from all our fried rice discussion, please feel free to jot it down. We will write down all the different fried rice that we have
Yes.
found
Yes.
as our post app, so you can see it through, and you know you can kind of look and see what you think you want to try for the week.
There's honestly so much more fried rice around the world that you probably haven't covered. Like, would you even consider Vietnamese broken rice as fried rice?
True.
Or not? I don't know. Like, you know, so many different things. So please share with us your go-to fried rice dishes, your recipes, or, you know, other countries where you've experienced really interesting fried rice. I really want to go to the Caribbean and try their fried rices because that's just an area of the world that I've never been.
Like paella.
Yeah, but I guess
paella. But yeah, I do believe that this is one of the exciting episodes that we have made, and we're so excited about it for some reason, and we're so enthusiastic about it.
Exactly. We're also gonna end the episode pretty much now because we're probably gonna go out and eat fried rice.
Yes.
Like now.
So let us know what type of fried rice do you like, and let us know what other food that you want us to kind of compare with other countries, because I think that's what's so good Christmas table that I just realized that we like try to compare the food with like similarities in other countries as well. And kita masih banyak banget kayak even kita bisa compare daerah. I mean, like, you know, the soto in Indo, there's soto Madura, soto Bandung, soto ayam, soto, like there's so many soto that we could even make our own episode about soto. So let us know what you guys like, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you guys.
Bye. Thank you for listening.
Jangan lupa like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends.
I'd love to hear from you. Please reach out with your comments, stories, and even questions on what we should talk about. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Dah.